Niantic really likes to just release as much update and content as possible for all of the YouTubers. And I mean, goodness gracious, the amount of content that they just been releasing. I just cannot believe it. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the most recent news in Pokemon Go. This is Pure Lighter and you're watching the OtakuZone. So now that we're here, let's get started. So, what is new in Pokemon Go? Well, as you guys saw in my last video, we had the Halloween event just happening. So we're gonna go ahead and just talk about the new things that are happening. Just a day later after the Halloween went live, Niantic announced their new community day, which is going to be Cyndaquil, which it was a pretty obvious pattern to understand that Cyndaquil was going to be the next community day for the month of November. So we're gonna go ahead and just check out a couple of things to make sure that we're going at the right path. And almost all this information is coming from Leaky Duck and Pokemon Go Hub. So thank you very much for them for actually putting everything together for us to just share to the community out there. So Cyndaquil Day will be on November 10th. Of course, local time for them, for where you are, Eastern time for me will be 2 o'clock, all the way to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Of course, that's always hopefully not the best time for, you know, the weather and all that stuff. I'll be working, so you probably see me at work clothes and everything. We're gonna have double experience and catch. So every Pokemon that you catch will have double experience. We'll have, of course, double catch Stardust. This is one of the first one, and after 2 years that we actually seen Pokemon Go to actually release a double catch and a double Stardust event. So this is actually a pretty cool one. And of course, the exclusive move, where I'm pretty sure is going to be Blastborn for the Pokemon that cannot learn at any time for those. So let's make sure that we do this one around pretty well, not like the one in Beldum, which is still salty. Although I do have a pretty fun Beldum Pokemon, actually a Metagross, a shiny Metagross, and a friend of mine on the community actually helped me trade it, and it was an 84% IB. Sweet. So at least I got something, you know, to remember my fail right there. So as important, right after that, and actually on today's event, probably around the morning time, around 11 o'clock, Pokemon Go announced a new feature that's going to be coming into the game called Adventure Sync. Now, this Adventure Sync will allow us to track the distance towards body candy, egg hatches, and new weekly milestones for rewards. This feature will use the app of health and Google Fit to track your distance in the background. So basically, you don't have to have the game open at all times. You can actually just play the game without basically turning it on, but you still be able to walk the distances of your eggs, especially the body candy. A lot of people are actually saying that this should have been a day one implement to the game, but you know, things like that. Now, I use the Pokemon Go Plus literally everywhere I go. So this is actually kind of a cool thing, because I kind of always wanted to actually have a time where I'm not catching Pokemon or doing Pokestops with my Poke Plus. I'm also gonna have the Pokeball Plus with the Nintendo games, Nintendo Switch games, the Pokemon Let's Go games, and basically that's going to be the new feature. They're gonna give us some like cool rewards off of them, so I hope that there are actually some pretty cool ones when those are coming around. If it does come around in the next week or so, we'll have a pretty big update coming, so until then, we'll see. So, what's the last bit of news that we have for today? And once again, this one was unexpected, because this is not something that we didn't think was gonna happen that easily. But at the same time, we're always waiting for something to help us release the new shinies on the Pokemons. So what are we having? And announced earlier today, basically, at least when you're watching this video, it's gonna be yesterday. Gengar Day will be happening, which is basically the same thing as like Moltres Day, Articuno Day, and Zapdos Day, where we'll basically be rating for Gengar for a 3-hour window period, as always, giving you 5 raid passes to at least do 5 raids, free raid passes to be able to do those raids. That is going to be on November 3rd on a Saturday. Of course, the same like community day hours. Just check your local time, and I'm pretty sure for us, so it's gonna be at 2 o'clock, of course. Of course, with any of those kind of events, we get shiny Gengar. So we're gonna be able to actually catch shiny Gengar if you get lucky enough. Now, if that's the case, I'm pretty sure it's going to be released in the wild. Now, my concern and my confusion is if you're gonna have shiny Gengar, how can you not release the other shiny forms of the pre-evolutions like Ghastly and Hunter? Maybe after shiny Gengar we'll actually be able to see it. That's going to be interesting. I know that once we actually do get shiny Gengar in the game, it's gonna be anywhere in the wild, and since Gen 1 spawns and Gen 2 spawns, third evolutions are still spawning in the wild. It's gonna be fun to see how we actually get them. Now, of course, we're not gonna see them like in big increments after the actual event ends, but it's gonna be interesting because I don't know if Niantic was testing it with the legendary raids, or the legendary birds. I'm sorry, but this is actually interesting. I mean, they do give us a window to be able to catch shiny Gengar, which is not bad. Their shiny form is not the greatest, but once you Mega Evolve it, that's gonna be fun. If it does Mega Evolve at that time, of course. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun. We're probably, I mean, it's not the hardest raid boss to beat. You can probably beat it with 4 people at best. There may actually increase difficulty on Gengar for that reason. So we want to know. So you just plan accordingly with your friends, with your raid group, and see how well it goes, because once it's out, it's out. But you know, if you get the chance to catch it and you know to get the Chinese, because that's basically what a lot of people are going to be doing, you want to see if you can actually do it with the least amount of people and not having super big groups trying to raid all around the town. So plan accordingly for that, because that's coming up soon, really soon actually. So it's right, it was 1 week before Community Day, and so it's gonna be a busy month for sure. Of course, the Halloween event ends on November 1st. 2 days later, it's going to be the technically Community Day for Gengar. But it's basically Gengar Day, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see how. Okay, well, I mean, if I can talk today, I'll be fine, you know. But that's all really the news that we have for today. Let me know in the comments if you're excited for any of these events. I'm personally excited about the rewards that they've given us with the Adventure package, or the Adventure Sync that they're gonna be doing. It's gonna be fun because now the game will always be in the background, but it's not gonna use a lot of GPS signal in data, so you actually have to think about it that way. Of course, you will not be able to catch Pokemons or catch Pokemons or spin stops, but that's what the Pokeball Gold Plus and the Pokeball Plus is about. So when those things comes out, it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited also about Gengar Day, but I mean, it's a meh thing, you know. It's like, you could have probably released it with the Halloween event, and that would have still be a pretty cool thing. But of course, Gen 4 was literally released a week before the Halloween event, so I'm pretty sure that that's what they wanted to do. A lot of people are excited about that, so that's cool. And then of course Cindaquil. Now Cindaquil, of course, is not the greatest Pokemon in the world, but it's always cool to have a shiny form of it. So, and that is all the news that I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. And let me know in the comments below if you really like what you see here. I'm gonna try to do as much as news as possible, but again, if I don't get around to it, I may post it on my Instagram. So follow my Instagram, it's down in the description. I'll have my Discord set up soon for you guys to just talk with me and everything. And you know, once again, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in the next one.